Good evening, children. I hope you are already snuggled up in bed. I am Dream Dad. See? I've already got sleepy. I hope you're sleepy too. Am I seeing right? You're not sleepy yet? Well, to help with that, I'm going to tell you a nice story. I'll tell you about the tooth, the toothbrush, and the toothpaste. Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there stood an enormous house. Inside this house, there was a truly wonderful bathroom. The tiles and the furniture sparkled, and the huge mirror reflected all the beautiful colors. On the shelf next to the mirror, the toothbrush and the toothpaste rested side by side. They lived in great friendship, so they never left each other. They also had a third friend, whom they would meet only occasionally. This was the tooth. They visited him twice a day, and sometimes even thrice. During these visits, they consistently discussed each other's worries, problems, and collaboratively planned how they could assist one another. Do you know who caused the most trouble? It was the tooth. He complained constantly that it hurt here and there and that nobody ever helped him. At that moment, the toothbrush and toothpaste were quite angry with him, as they had done everything possible to ensure their friend felt well. They would visit him twice a day, sometimes even 3 times, and they would wash, scrub, and cherish him. Yet despite all their care, he remained ungrateful and constantly complained. However, it must be admitted that even when his friends pleaded with him, he just couldn't manage to give up chocolate and sugar. And naturally, that was the root of all the problems. Despite the efforts of the toothbrush and toothpaste, no sooner had they finished cleaning than everything was covered in chocolate again. However, the tooth was well aware that his companions could only rush to his aid 3 times daily, because they had numerous other tasks to attend to. In addition to him, there were 31 other teeth that also required their care and attention. This indeed occupied all of their time. But this tooth was a very good friend of theirs, and so they tolerated that he never left them in peace. They always managed to steal a little time from the other teeth to devote specifically to their good friend. But despite their greatest endeavors, a small cavity developed right on the tooth's surface. When the tooth first caught sight of this in the mirror, he became terribly frightened. He instantly called for his friends. "Don't you see how much you only care about me?" he accused them. "If you had been here more frequently, I wouldn't have this hole. We were with you plenty of times, but it was futile to tell you not to eat so much chocolate," his friends responded angrily. "But even so, you really should have taken better care of me," the tooth grumbled. "What should I do now? You need to visit the dentist and he will fix it for you. I hope from now on you'll heed our advice," the toothbrush said patiently. So the tooth finally took his friend's advice and visited the dentist. The dentist filled the cavity and strictly instructed him not to consume anything after brushing his teeth. When he arrived home, he pledged to his friend that from then on he would heed their advice, and after brushing his teeth he wouldn't eat anything, especially no chocolate. That's the end of our story. Children, please remember to inform your mom and dad that you absolutely must subscribe so that you won't miss out on the story next week. Next time I will tell you a wonderful story about clocks, specifically focusing on the little hand, the big hand, and also the second hand. Good night, children.